Do you know what industry Warren Buffett called the next billion-dollar industry in his investor meeting a week ago? Is it high tech? Is it biotech? Is it something in crypto? Is it real estate or something coming out of China or somewhere else? No, you'll never guess. The next billion-dollar industry, according to Warren Buffett, is scammers. In his meeting, he said that the next billion-dollar industry that we all need to watch out for is scammers. They're becoming more sophisticated, more high-tech, and we see it every day. I'm recording this video because I get attempts to scam me every single day now. I see it online, I get it on my phone, I get emails, and I want to cover some of the common scams in this video. And at the end of the video, I'm going to tell you about a neighbor of mine who got scammed for $50,000 and how you can avoid getting scammed or falling for the same scam. Now, why is this a billion-dollar industry? It's because it is getting easier and easier to do. You may see online in fake ads that run that are just deep fakes of famous people where the person is pitching a product or asking you to take an action or send them money or selling something, selling some kind of service. And it looks like them, it sounds like them, but it is not them. It is all fake. It's all a scam. Most of these scams are targeted toward older, retired people. Why is this? Why are retirees generally the targets for a lot of these scams? It's because, one, retirees generally have more money because they've had longer to work throughout their lives and save more money. Two, they tend to have money more available in their checking account. Older people accumulate more money and just put it in their checking account rather than have it invested in something, so it's more liquid. They have money more available. And number three, they're generally not great with technology, not great with their phones or with computers. And related to that, number four, is they get confused easier because of that, because of the discomfort with phones and technology. If you're older, don't take offense to that. I'm talking generally. That's generally the population. The older you get, the more uncomfortable you get with the new technology coming out, the more ill at ease you are with working with computers and phones. So it's easier to get confused when you might think that it's legit. It's this fancy new technology that just came out, or maybe it's a new product and you don't know what it is. And it can be easy to get scammed if you don't recognize what the scams are. And granted, it's hard to not recognize it. I almost fell for one a couple of weeks ago until my wife tipped me off to be more alert. That really helped. So that prompted me to want to record this video, because I'll cover the first one, which is very common, aside from the deep fakes that we see online all the time. And if you have ever seen any of these recently, then please comment below and let me know your experiences so I can make more videos about this and warning people about the scams that are out there that are focused on everybody, but particularly toward retirement or retirement age people. So if you've experienced any of these scams, if you've fallen for it, or if you've just seen it, or have a neighbor that fell for it, then please comment below and share what your experience is. I'd love to hear what people are seeing out there. So the one that I've seen recently, last week, I got an email from somebody claiming that they were from Coinbase. I got the same type of email from Bittrex and a couple of other crypto exchanges. And they had my name, they had my email address, and they said, did you approve this transaction? And then they called me and asked me if I approved this transaction. And as I got more into it, my wife came in the room and said, hey, it's probably a scam. Beware, be on your toes. And that really helped. And ever since I had that lens on that this might be a scam, this probably is a scam, it helped me recognize the signs. So they asked me about some personal information. Of course, I never gave them any personal information. Never give anybody personal information, especially if they call you. If you call a trusted number, then maybe give them some information. But generally, those companies should have that information, so you should ask them to verify it with you. And one thing I learned about a year ago with an experience is that they don't want to stay on the line very long. So this was my test with this recent scammer, is they wanted me to log into my account, and then they were going to take me step by step through the process to fix whatever I needed to fix. And the key word was, they said, I will stay on the line while we do this. And I learned about a year ago that this is the key phrase to listen for, because they want to stay on the line so they can walk you through everything to do. So you do it correctly, and then you send them some money. As soon as they realize that you're not going to do that, or you're not interested, or you're going to take a long time, they will hang up. And that's how I knew it was a scam for sure, is because I said, okay, I'm going to go through this. It's going to take me some time. And I just was very slow. I asked a lot of questions and they just hung up on me. I know the Coinbase would not do that. A big brokerage would not do that. A scammer would, because they don't want to waste any time with you if you're not going to get them directly to the money. So I learned this a year ago when somebody called me and said, you need to go down to your bank. This is the FBI. You need to go down to your bank. You owe taxes. You owe, I forget how much it was, a couple $1,000s in taxes. And it's overdue. And the FBI agents are on their way to your house right now. And the only way you can avoid being arrested is going down to the bank and sending us a wire, sending the money. We'll stay on the line with you to make sure you do it, and we'll walk you through the process. And I said, okay. I thought it was a scam because it sounded pretty fishy. The FBI doesn't come to your house to arrest you if you're late on your taxes. I'm never late on my taxes, so I knew that it was a scam right away. So I said to them, okay, I'll be happy to send you all the money. Give me the information, but I live far away from the bank and my car's in the shop, so I'm going to walk to the bank, and it's going to take me about 4 hours to walk to the bank. So you're welcome to stay on the line with me. They immediately hung up. I knew right then that it was a scam for sure, because the FBI would never come to my house, and the FBI would definitely not, and they didn't want to wait around for me to walk to the bank. They said it was super important to stay on the line, but not important enough to wait on the line for 4 hours while I walked to the bank. So the second big scam is email scam. It's people that email and say you need to, it's a fake email. It looks like it's coming from a trusted source, but it's not. If it's a brokerage, the email should have the broker's name.com, not the broker's name, then .something, and then .com, because that's a fake address. They're getting very good at replicating taking the logo, taking the look and the feel of the brokerage or or somewhere that you're familiar with, and then putting your name on it. They have your name because we know how easy it is to buy information from the scammers online because of all the data leaks. And they make the email look exactly like it's coming from them. So don't click on any links that aren't trusted, or if there is a link in the email, then make sure that the link goes to the name of the company that they purport to be from .com. And not anything else. If you have any questions about what that means, then comment down below, because that gets a little tricky. So let me tell you about my neighbor. Is somebody called, and this is the number one scam going around now. Maybe you've heard a story about this happening recently, is that people will take AI and they will take recordings of people that have something posted online, and then they'll make a fake voice, and then they'll call relatives. So for example, somebody could look at all my YouTube videos and take those videos, dump them into an AI, and then replicate my voice and then call a relative. And this happened to a friend of mine, a neighbor of mine, where they found a voice of their son that he was on a podcast or had a YouTube channel or something, had his voice public. They took his voice, they put it into an AI, and then they called his parents and acted like it was their son and said, made the AI say, this is your son. They're holding me. You need to send them $50,000 or they're going to hurt me. Now, how terrifying is it to get some kind of a message like that, especially if it sounds like your son, and if you're not real familiar with what AI can do? Is they thought it was their son. They thought their son was in danger. And I really feel for people who have to go through this kind of scamming experience, because it's terrifying. They ended up sending $50,000 to this scammer, and then later it turned out, obviously, that it wasn't their son, because their son showed up later that night at home, safe and sound, and he had no idea what was going on. So how do you avoid this? Aside from maybe not putting your information or your voice online, which is hard to do because a lot of us are online, experts recommend that you have a safe word or a password that you use with your family, where you say, where if anything like that legitimately happens, if you're lost or get kidnapped or something, you have a password you tell your family to prove that it's you. A few years ago when these scams started, I was on Facebook, I was logged in, and I got a message from an old high school friend I hadn't talked to in years. And he said, I'm in London right now. I lost my passport, I lost everything, and I just need some money to go get a plane ticket home and to get a passport. Can you send me some money? Here's my information. And it looked pretty fishy, but I thought, this is my friend. He's messaging me on Facebook. It's coming from him, so how could it not be him? And as I was reading it, luckily he called me on the phone and said, I've been hacked, and I know that they've contacted you. Don't send them any money. And that was my first exposure to this kind of sophisticated scam. Is what they did is they hacked my friend's Facebook account, went to his friends, see who he had in common, who might his good friends be, and then he started contacting them one by one. So they're getting even more sophisticated than that, where they're cloning people's voices. So if you get a call like that, purported to be from a loved one, and you don't have a predetermined password set up, then ask them a question that only they would know. Like, okay, if this is you, what's my kid's birthday, or his favorite color? What did we have for dinner last night? Get proof that it is really them. And then, of course, loop in the local authorities to get with them right away and to help you right away. But don't send anybody any money if you suspect it's a scam, or if it's not legit. If whether it's an email, if it's an advertisement, these advertisements that are promising quick money, that say this is so and so, this is George Clooney, and all you have to do is send me $1,000 or send me an Ethereum, and I will double your money in 30 days. Don't fall for any of those. So I wanted to make this video to raise your awareness of how sophisticated these AI scams have become. And I kind of rambled off a whole bunch of different stories to give you some context in different ways that these scammers are trying to rob people. Be aware, be alert, and make sure that you're not sending money to people that you don't know. If this helps, then please leave a comment below, like this video, subscribe. I'll make some more related to it. And a lot of people come to my channel for investment information and retirement information. If you're interested more in planning for retirement or how to retire like I did at age 47, then click on the link above. I've got a whole playlist of different retirement videos, and also have a daily newsletter called Morning Download, and you can subscribe for free by going down to the link down below. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.